Well, welcome to semi-final number one. We are done with preliminary round play, and now we have the semi-finals. It's one of the pre-tournament favorites, Titans, coming up against Orlando Stars, and Orlando Stars winning the toss and batting first, based on the fact that in their last preliminary round game, they racked up 79 for the loss of 4 against the UAE by batting first. But this Titans team is a different proposition. So let's see what Malik could do this time. That's a good delivery. Remember, we're back to 10 overs for the semi-final play. Hoit away into the gap. So Emirates having that mid-off in Dial and mid-on in himself. He has decided now to drop himself down to cow corner. Emirates, the captain of this team. So it's going to be Lamont, who is opening the bowling. He's bowling to Damian Rowe. Down the leg side, it eludes Walton. Let's see. Let's wait on umpire Hartley. Must have touched something on the way. No signal of wide from umpire Hartley. Christopher Lamont, left arm orthodox. Oh, that's a good delivery. Very good delivery. They asked the question. Not out, says umpire Hartley. Very solid umpire Hartley. Has done a good job in this tournament. So it's the end of the over. At the end of it, 2 without loss, Orlando Stars. So just delay as Malik sends back his helmet. Return for a cap. It's very hot out there. Baradajan is the man who is going to take up the attack now over number 2, and he's giving his name to umpire Hartley. In the air, no one is out there, and this will go all the way for 4. Just before the ropes, crashing down just before the ropes on the offside. So over pitch delivery, driven high in the air. Dial drops away now from mid-off. He goes down to a wide-ish long off. And this one peels off the edge. It's going to run away into the boundary now for 4. What worked for Malik there was the fact that he went very hard at that. He threw everything at that. So that's 4. Vararajan going for runs here in his first over. The Titans, huge favourites. I was surprised that Emirates opened with Vararajan and not one of his trusted off spinners. Over the boundary now for 6. Well, he's getting a beating here. Emirates has at his disposal MAQTV, who has been the bowler of the tournament with 7 wickets, and also Christopher Ramsaran. Both men would have played for the St. Lucia Kings in the CPL. He's going for Vararajan, and he's been hammered here. 3 boundaries of his first 3 balls. Edged again. Malik seems to have a big edge on that bat, down to third man for 4. 4 balls, 4 boundaries. A 6 and 3 fours, 18 in the over. When you're playing T10 cricket and you have an over like this, it really affects your team. It could cost you the match. Swung away by Malik. Ramsaran is underneath this. He should complete the catch. And Malik goes 20 for 1. Getting underneath that one. He got the elevation but not the distance. And Christopher Ramsaran from Central Sports running in and taking a fine catch. So on his worked away down to Jesse Bhutan. The new batsman Usman Ashraf batted really well. He was a man of the match in the last preliminary round game. He's a proper batsman. At the end of 2, it's 21 for the loss of 1. Who's going to come into the attack now? Going to be Lavani. He's going to Lamont. Sorry, he's going to get his second over. Had a good first over, just 4 runs coming off it. This one has the batsman in a tangle, Damien Rowe. Ashraf getting 41 in the last preliminary round game. A must-win game for Orlando Stars. Off the back foot, driving. Dial is in the way. umpire. Salachi goes ducking. They're going to come back for 2. That was struck with power. Much better delivery. Tighter. Closer. This is a drive through the offside. Could it split the field? Oh yes, that's 4. Dial not being able to stop that. One would have expected Dial to stop that. Emirates is not happy. Dial is pointing out that something in the outfield. He got a bad bounce. So at the end of 3 overs, it's 30 for 1. $36 for 1. 36, a very popular number in Trinidad and Tobago, one that Monga likes. So, and we're just making an adjustment. Third man goes finer. Because of his pace, anything that is edged in that region, it's going to go to the boundary. Plus, he's looking to keep it full and wide to take the onside out. Comes in straight now on appeal. Stifle. So the score is 37 for 1. And we're in the 4th of 10 here. Each bowler having 2 overs. We're back to 10. It's opening the face, running this one down to third man. One delivery to go in the over. Not a bad over from Emirates. That's the edge for 4 down to third man. The outstretched hands of umpire Hartley indicates that that's a wide. Here's Emirates again, running away from us. Oh, that's pitch right up. It takes the inside edge, running away down to the backward square, but it bowls him. All ends up right up. He played across the line, and Damian Rowe has to leave. Emirates strikes after 4, 39 for 2. But into the attack now is Mark Dial, the leading bowler in this tournament with 7. He has won 3 man of the match titles. His team has played 4 games. The only game that he did not win the man of the match award was the washed out game. Here he is, the right arm off spinner. Pushed away powerfully by Ashraf. Good batsman, Ashraf. There with Saad Lavai. 2 of their better players in there at the moment. Dial feeling into his own bowling this time, just a single. He's really improved as an off spinner. Has done good work for the St. Lucia Kings in the CPL. This time it's a loud appeal. And he's on. He's gone. Caught behind. Walton was appealing for the stumping. Dial was appealing for the caught behind. And umpire Hartley has given Ashraf out caught behind. That's a big wicket there. And Dial gets another. Dial is a wicket taker, and he's proving that immediately on song. Sami Siddique is the man coming in now, and he'll have 5 overs and a bit to face. Ashraf shakes his head as he walks off. He's not happy. So a lot depending on Sami Siddique. It's going to be Dial to continue here. Here he is, right arm over. Gets that one to drift. And there's a strong wind blowing from the east. So got that one to drift away. He's balled him. Dial has taken 2 in 3. It's his ninth wicket in this tournament. And the score is now 42 for 4. Here's Mark Dial again. Oh, that's a good delivery. Pitch right up. And he's feeling to his own bowling. What an effort. Can't prevent the 2 though. Naveed Ahmed gets 2, and it's now 44 for 4 after 5. Dial, after 1 over, 2 for 5. Dial having won 3 Man of the Match awards already. He's heading towards a 4th here. So it's going to be Rakesh Nalamanchu. He's going to bowl now to Sami Siddique. And Siddique gets one just short of mid-wicket. Might have crashed into the pads. Let's wait for Salaji. Taps that right leg. that's a good stop. Excellent stop down there. And they come back for 2. So the field on that occasion there preventing 2. So everyone getting an opportunity here. It's 47 for the loss of 4. And Sami Siddiq is on 1. Naveed Ahmed on 4. Struck away. Beautiful shot. Bhutan can't stop that. It's 4. Straight down the ground. Bhutan did reach, but he dived over the ball. And that's 4. Angry with himself there, Jesse Bhutan. And that brings up the 50s. 51 for the loss of 4. Ahmed goes on to 8. Here's Nalamanchu to continue. Swing and a miss. Ball skidding through. Not much bounce on offer. This is the same pitch that has been used for 4 days. Struck powerfully. Down to corner, that's 1 more. One waits to see if Dial will continue. There's 1 delivery to go in this over now. 52 for 4. Nalamancho has decided to go around the wicket to Sami Siddiq. He probably knows something about Sami's batting. Struck back. Along the pitch, that's 1. End of the over it should be. No. Still. Yes, umpire Salaji calls for the ball. And at the end of over number 6, it's 53 for 4. Is taken off the attack, and Christopher Ramsaran comes in. Left arm, back of the arm, left arm unorthodox. So, good options here for Emirates to go to. Seemed to be some delay with Amar Malik, captain of the team, just Orlando Stars, just walking up with some sort of instructions. So I think we're about ready to go. It's going to be Ramsaran to Siddiq. Here's Ramsaran. Here's Ramsaran again. Again, a lot of time wasting here by the Orlando team. I mean, how long could Naveed Ahmed take to put his gloves on? I could have had a shower, change my clothes, and gone to the supermarket, and still he wouldn't have been ready. This is struck straight down the ground, and that's 6. Just over the ropes. Well, we wait to see. Emirates is indicating something to the umpire. Emirates didn't see. So I think he's saying if he's unsure, it's 6. Signal 6 by the umpire. Ramsaran pitching up. Christopher Ramsaran would have played for the St. Lucia Kings, the CPL. Big hit. That's 6. Naveed Ahmed roughing up Ramsaran again. 66 for 4. I think Everett needs to bring Dial back on into the attack. I couldn't understand why he didn't bowl him out. You don't keep spinners for the back end. He should have bowled him out. Ahmed swings at that. He made a huge offer on that. The next time he makes an offer like that, he can get married. The score is 68 for 4. 1 delivery to go in this over. This one peels off the edge. It's running away down to backward point. And they take 1. So Ramsaran's over comes to an end. 16 of it, and at the end of 7, it's 69 for 4. It's a mighty hit. Bhutan takes the catch. Jesse Bhutan has given Dial his 3rd wicket. He now has 10 in the tournament. He has won 3 Man of the Match awards, and he's heading for his 4th. Well, Emirates takes a catch. Dial gets the wicket. He has 3. And I think that Dial will have to send his luggage through cargo back to Trinidad and Tobago, the amount of trophies that he's winning at the moment. So at the moment, 69 for 5. A good fight back. And Emirates and his boys, they have fought back because they have taken wickets. Here's Mark Dial again. Siddiq is going down the ground for 6. A big hit there by Sami Siddiq. Had Bhutan been a bit straighter, he might have been able to take that catch. Here's Dial again. Into Siddiq. In the air. Ramsaran runs around. They take 1. They're going to go back for 2. And Sami Siddiq. Dial. Swung away. Lovely shot by Siddiq for 4 into the gap at Cow Corner. And that takes the score on to 81 now for 5. And Dial has 3 for 17. Here's Mark Dial again, way outside the awesome. That's a wide. Hello? Dial is in, and Emirates can't reach it. It was way away from him, so that takes Siddiq on to 16. He has left his best for the semi-finals here, Sami Siddiq. He's a powerful man. Here's Dial again. That's a flatter. Cut away nicely down to backward point. And Dial completes his spell. They go back for 2. 3 for 23 at the end of over number 8. It's 87 for 5. So Riyad Emirates is going to come back for his second over, and he'll want to continue taking wickets. They'll be trying to restrict Orlando to less than 100. That psychological mark of 100. Siddiq charging Emirates and then realizing that Emirates pulled the ball back and he's able to play it away on the offside for 1. This has been a good knock from Sami Siddiq. Oh, that's good. Emirates saw him backing away, Farhan Ali, and followed him, cramping him for room. Here's Riyad Emirates again. Oh, that one was pacey. Crashed into Ali. Oh, that's a good delivery. But Siddiq with a high backlift, driving it down the ground. So it's too hot to handle too. That's good. He's out caught behind. Emirates shortening one, a quick one. And there was Ali pulling away, looking to slash it somewhere over point. He got the edge into the gloves of the wicket keeper. And another wicket has fallen, 90 for 6. Titans, massive favourites here to win. But Orlando Stars have given them a fight here. Runs on the board and runs on the board. They have 90. Rana Adil taking his time to get out there. Riyad Emirates with his final delivery. Here he is. Oh, that's good. Experience telling there for Emirates. And it's the end of his spell. 1 over to go, 90 for 6. Sammy. Oh, this is cracked away. Bhutan makes quick wrong. He has a powerful arm. They can't chance him. Single down the ground to Bhutan. So this is a good bowling from Nalamanchu. What he is basically doing here is taking the levers away from the batsman. So you'll want to keep them to less than 100. Sami Siddique will have other ideas. He has batted really well. This is down the ground and one bounce into the boundary for 4. And there's a very funny story about Sami Siddique. He's enjoying his batting today. And last year he was trampled upon going in to look at the Pakistan versus Afghanistan game in Dubai. And after being trampled upon, he ended up in the stadium about an hour and a half after, and he was bare feet. About an hour after, he went back to get his shoe and came back with female shoes. Someone had stolen his. He had a 4-inch high heel that he walked into the Dubai International Stadium with. This is driven away down to Ramsaran. And Sami Siddique has become known for that. I wonder if he should be wearing those 4-inch high heels. He's a short man, you know. Rana Adil. Nalamanchu has done well in this last over. So just one delivery to go. They'll want to get up to 100 here, Orlando Stars. They'll need 2. And Sami, who has batted really well, 24 of 13, will be the man in charge. He's doing the right thing. He's going across the stumps. So if Nalamanchu wants to go wide, he can access the ball. And he does. That's a big hit by Sami for 6 to end the innings at 104 for 6. Sami, 13 not out of 14 balls. What a good knock by the young man. Pretty soon, Devo will bring up the scorecard for us. Rowe getting 13 at the top of the order. Amar Malik 19. Usman Ashraf had 7. Saad Lavai 1. Sami Siddique 30 not out. Naveed Ahmed 24. And Farhan Ali 3 with Adil Rana 2 not out. 104 for 6. The bowling, Lamont 2 overs none for 11. He was good. Aditya Valarajan 1 over 1 for 19. Emrit 2 overs 2 for 12. He was good as well. Dial 2 overs 3 for 23. He was good. And no wickets for Nalamanchu and Ramsaran. So that's it for now. We take a short break. We'll be right back.
say scientifically, and it has been proven to be healthier.
Well, we're back here, and Walton gets a wide first up from Ashfaq Ahmed. So that's 2. Remember, the target is 105. And what do you think, Anne? You think that that's a good enough target?
Orlando Stars has posted a strong total to what it looks like, but the way things have started off, extras, they have to hold on to their catches, because what I've seen with Orlando Stars, they have a tendency to drop catches at crucial stages. So again, which will be key. They're a well-balanced team, and I believe they were the champions from the last year, so they are coming with experience in this. But on the other side, I see fellows with pretty good experience or international level experience playing. So looking forward to an excited game.
The short, he's back deep into his crease. He pulls it down to a wide-ish long on Trevon Griffith. Trevon Griffith, who plays for the Jamaica Talawas in the CPL. Chadwick Walton also plays for the Jamaica Talawas. So that's kind of the caliber of players. Walton would have played 2 test matches for the West Indies as well. And Griffith would have played for the West Indies under 19 at the World Cup in 2010. Outside the off stump, cracked away down to the cover position, and that's 1. So some good talent on that Titans team.
Absolutely. They seem fit. They know what they're doing. They have a game plan. So far, they're moving well along.
Griffith is down the ground, not really getting hold of this. That's 1. I've heard some complaints from some of the players that after about 5 overs, the ball is really hard to hit away. What's your thoughts on that?
Agree with you. That's been the word all along. Plus, the bounce is keeping low and the ball is skidding along, which makes it hard to hit.
Yeah, it has been a wicketkeeper's nightmare. You fared well.
I tried. Even the spinner's ball that was skidding along seemed like a medium pacer ball, and that's how hard the ball was hitting in the gloves.
I was very surprised that 1 track was used, though. I thought that the ground staff would have used 1 to start with and another to finish. Driving uppishly down to backward point is Walton. He gets 1 more.
I was thinking along the same lines that, semis and finals to be played on the track next to it, because it seems in pretty good condition and seem like, folks have put in effort. It would have been nice to see, the track next door to be used.
Well, I was having a conversation last night with the groundsman, and he was telling me that those pitches are not yet ready. They're not good.
Okay, then, don't judge the cover by the book,
Yeah.
or don't judge the book by the cover, I guess. Because what the eyes see from here, and we have an excellent look at the ground, it does seem the top seems in good shape, but apparently, we'll go by the professionals' input, and if that's it, then I guess it was a good decision to hang on to the current pitch then.
Yeah, he was promising more bonks though, but we have not gotten that. Now, there will be a change of balls for the finals, so we may see some more bonks with that.
Okay, well, that's a good word in. I know when Emirath was bowling, I did see plenty of bounce, actually.
Pace.
And pace. So I don't know if the pace is bringing out the bounce and the strategy being used by the teams are bringing the spinners or give some loopy balls and let's test the batsman power, because you need plenty of power to hit that out of the ground.
Well, I thought that Amar Malik was going to bowl. I've never seen him bowl. I've seen him wicket keep. I've never seen Amar Malik bowl. In fact, he's handing the ball over.
Yeah. Seems like Cheyenne is about to bowl. He's a left-handed medium bowler.
Yeah, he's a handy player, Shyam. He said that his batting is not suited for T10.
Takes his nice time to settle things down.
Orlando Stars would love to win this. It'll be a major upset because the Titans, they are one of the favorites to win this title.
Absolutely, because, you know, I did talk to a couple of folks downstairs, and the word was Titans have the strongest squad out there. So this will be a pretty high upset if that happens. But still plenty of ways to go. 9 overs more. Let's see what Orlando Stars have in the pipeline. That was nicely bowled and driven towards point, and a nice throw in.
Yeah, but again, not trying to overhit that was Griffith. Just lent into it. It was a weighted shot and allowed him the chance to come back for 2.
I believe that's a good strategy because, you know, that you're hitting in no man's land. Because if you hit the short hard, it's going right into the fielder's hand, and that's turning like the way it just happened. You see, the quicker it goes, the easier it is for the fielder to collect and throw it back, and that just results into 1 runs. If you just poke it, because there's no infield, 8 outfielders are pretty much right on the boundary line, so there's plenty of running to do. And talking about running, I believe I saw yesterday, and I believe it was our game where they ran 4 runs.
Yeah. Some guy named Hassan, they say he normally walks.
Absolutely.
But he ran 4. This is speeding off the edge and a good stop. Good bit of footwork down there. And they come back for 2. Well, Griffith actually thought it had gone for 4. So he was very slow to come back for 2.
The fielder did a good job stopping it right on the edge, bringing it down. Going back to Hassan, and then right next ball, he had to run another 3 runs. So it was 4 runs, 3 runs, 2 runs, and 1 run, which he have never ran so hard.
That's a lovely shot down the ground. And a slight fumble, and they're going to take 2. These are 2 wonderful athletes out there. So any little mistake, they're going to allows them to come back. They're going to take the chance.
Plus the throw that came in hopped on about 4 times, which led them to make their crease pretty easily.
Sheehan to continue. Wow, that's a massive hit. It's going to go all the way for 6. Full toss, dealt with.
That looked like a home run, pretty much.
Yeah, that was a huge hit.
Unluckily, we can only give 6 runs to it. Otherwise, we would have given 8 or 10.
That was really hammered.
Titan CC are going pretty well all along with the average.
Yeah, it's 11 and over.
22 to the total. End of 2 overs.
Next up, we will see the U.S. Virgin Islands against Samp Army, and Samp Army is another very strong team.
Agreed with you, Vinod. I believe they've won all their group stage games.
Yep,
and are
all 4.
position number 1 in their group. So they'll be playing number 2 team of the other group.
And at the top of the order, Nasir Khan, who has been in tremendous form. He's won 2 Man of the Match awards.
Yes, he has played some brilliant shots all along the ground. Has played calmly when needed, and he has hit some big shots when his team needed to.
They'll be expecting him to take his place at the top of the order.
So over number 3 has started. Walton drives it down to the cow corner, and a single is scored off. So Ashfaq keeps continuing with his left-handed spin bowling. Griffith to face Ashfaq, and he goes for a big swing. The ball pretty much stays low. Samir is the fielder.
Griffith is another big hitter, but he's found it difficult to get the ball over the ropes.
The way the pitch is behaving, I believe you have to get your eye in first and then go for the big ones. Very well bowled. Walton hits it back to the bowler, who did a good job and ends up being a dot ball. Very rare to see that in this competition. And another nudge on the leg side by Walton, thinking of 2. And the skipper of Orlando Stars did a good job rushing towards it, and they only ended up taking a single. So scores for Titan at the moment is 25.
This time he's going, he loses the bottom hand in it, but I tell you, he's a big hitter, and that's a magnificent 6 there by Griffith.
That was huge. High. The height on that too, the way it just let off the bat, seems like it's going out of the ground, and that's what it did.
That shot reminded me of one of my friends who played some big shots here. He's not here this year. I'm sure that you would have missed him as well. Zishon Qureshi. He's looking on right now in Ajman. I'll just like to say good afternoon to him. This is in the air. Could this catch be taken? Yes, it is. What an effort there by Ashfaq Ahmed. He slipped, he fell, he got up back, took the catch, and fell again. He gives praises to his maker, and Griffith goes for 13.
That was a lovely catch taken by him. That was good effort, kept his eyes on the ball all the way till taken safely by him. So wicket number 1 is down for Titans. They're 31 for 1.
But they're maintaining that run of around 10, which is what required. After 3, it's 31 for 1.
Yep, that's a good strategy. You know, they don't want to fall behind the current run rate. So they're tagging along pretty good at the moment. Let's see what Orlando Stars have. So end of 3 overs. Titans are 31 for the loss of 1. Seems like the ball is handed to Rana Adil, who's a good pace bowler. And with his small run-up, he can generate some decent pace.
So it's 31 for 1.
Mark Dial has walked in.
Dial is a So Dial is the new man in. He's another big hitter of the ball. He's a cousin of West Indies captain Nicholas Puran, another dynamic left-handed batsman. Well, as we continue this coverage, Titans, they are 34 for 1. And remember, they are chasing 105 to win this match. It's like a delivery there by Adil, just outside the off stump. And Chadwick Walton following that. Has to be careful here. We're very lucky today. We have been joined by Dr. Barbara Sharif. And of course, she is a former Broward County Mayor and City Commissioner. And she has done a lot for the development of all the young people, not only the young people, but all people under her jurisdiction. And she continues to do that. She's here today lending support to this wonderful event. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. What an amazing event. I mean, you know, when we started off with cricket here in Broward, 13 years ago, I started looking at this, and this has just grown tremendously.
Yeah, it has grown because Makarishi has invested a lot. He thinks, eats, breeds, and drinks cricket.
I think that's good for our community. I mean, not just for the international community, but locally. I know MAQ has done a lot with the kids. I know in Broward County, we've seen the children come out and express an interest, and we started seeing cricket teams and training here in the Central Broward Stadium. And it's just, you know, this is kind of surreal for me to sit here knowing that I saw this from the ground up, and now to see that this match is being played here. It's a really great experience.
Yeah, well, it's always great to use sport to develop human beings. It's all about holistic development, and I'm sure that you have a number of plans that, you know, will be geared towards developing the young ones.
So yes, as a matter of fact, you know, it's always been on my agenda to create an inclusive environment for international sports, and cricket is one of those sports. As a Florida state senator, which is where I'm going right now, I plan on really investing not just in sports, but in tourism, because I think that bringing people here to enjoy our community, it generates money in the economy, and it's going to bring us out of this COVID downturn even quicker. And so this is just a beautiful day, and it's amazing to watch.
Well, if I can give you an example, just to back up what you were saying, for 13 years we've had the US Open. That tournament has attracted over 20 teams, and I know for a fact, because I come from Trinidad and Tobago, and about 6 teams from that country normally comes up. That's Trinidad and Tobago alone. The US Open is held around the Christmas period, and they come up and bring the entire families. The players come with the entire families. They do their Christmas shopping. It's difficult to get a hotel room around this time, around that Christmas period when the US Open is held. So you have car rentals, you have the hotel, the local businesses, the restaurants. It's an economic boost during that period.
Absolutely. I think that one of the things that people talk about all the time is the hospitality and tourism industry, and keeping people employed, jobs in not just in the hotels but also in the restaurants. And so that's what cricket and what these types of matches bring to this community. So I see this as a win-win all around for everyone.
Yeah, the players get a chance to showcase their talent, and of course, the businesses around the area, they get an opportunity to prosper as well during that period of 2 weeks. We've seen it before. We've tried to book hotel rooms for that tournament. You have to do it early, because then you don't get. If I may just draw an example, Joy's Roti Delight right across, they would normally do all the catering, and so it helps. It helps the economy.
I love Joy's Roti Delight, by the way.
Everyone loves it. Yes, of course. She tells me that she knows you.
Oh yes,
Yes.
this is amazing. So they are big community partners and sponsors. They do the food drives in the community to help to feed those who are less fortunate. They've been doing it for many years, and this is what I'm saying about supporting community businesses and job creation here locally. This is amazing. I think that as we move forward, the more cricket tournaments that we can host, the better it will be.
I'm sure you will be pushing for that.
Always. As a county commissioner, I push for that. I've seen some amazing matches here, and this is witnessing history here in America, because there's a movement afoot that cricket is becoming more of a household sport, just like soccer, just like football. And so this is going to, I believe, be our next level of competition here in the state of Florida. Is going to be cricket.
Yeah, definitely. Back in the day when you're coming through the airport and, you're speaking to immigration officers and you tell them you come for cricket, they look at you very strange, But now when you tell them you're coming for cricket, they understand.
Right.
Because that's the imprint that cricket is now making. And, of course, on the 7th and 8th of August, there's a massive event that'll make you, I'm sure you're aware of it, it'll make you very happy, where the West Indies will be playing India here. The last time that happened, there was no standing room here.
Right.
All the Indian fans, West Indian fans, they flew into the country and they packed out the stadium just opposite us. There were bleachers.
Right.
And to the right of us, you had all the VIP areas, and every possible ticket went.
I was here. It was a beautiful, clear day. It was hot.
Until the rain.
And then lots of food, lots of great food,
Mm-hmm.
lots of people. And those are the types of times when you are in an elected official and you see stuff like that, and you see that it's happening right here and it's local. It's just, it's an experience like none other. I was so happy to be a part of this and to be there from the beginning. So.
Well, Dr. Sharif, you have the mic, speak to your constituents. I know that you have a lot of plans coming up for them, and, as you continue to march forward.
So for all that are out there who are listening, this is Dr. Barbara Sharif, and I am running now for Florida State Senate District 35. It's a newly drawn seat in South Broward County. Our district includes Pembroke Pines, Miramar, Weston, Davie, Cooper City, Southwest Ranches, Sunrise, and Hollywood. And what we're doing right now is we're on the move trying to get people engaged for the August the 23rd election. We want to make sure that you come out and vote. This is a newly drawn minority seat, and it's always good to have minorities representing you in Tallahassee, especially with all that's going on now. And my plan is just to make sure that our community's voices are heard up in Tallahassee, and that goes for making sure you have the right to vote, making sure we bring good quality entertainment here like cricket and support our hospitality and tourism industry for international sports and really provide economic opportunities for entrepreneurs. And so there's so much education, programs like what MAQ started here with the kids and bringing them into cricket young. I think if we want to continue this tradition, we have to really support our youth. And so, as a doctor of nursing practice, and oh gosh, I'm aging myself here. I'm 30 years in the profession, but kids are my specialty. And so, I really just, I enjoyed seeing the children here and practicing cricket. I enjoy seeing this right now. This is just an amazing, amazing experience for me. I can't tell you how humbled I am to be here with you today. And thank you for the opportunity to see this.
While you're speaking about, sport and the value of sport in pushing the agenda to get people to where you would like them to be, sport being one of the vehicles, and you're on air right now. I've just gotten a message from Trinidad and Tobago, where I'm from a local government politician, and he just wants to wish you all the best.
Oh.
His name is Adrian Ali, and of course he should have been here playing. He normally comes up to play for the teams here, and he of course is one of the elected officials in Trinidad and Tobago. He sees the value of sport as well.
Absolutely. I think it's something that brings people together, but it also nurtures and develops talent within our young community. It brings a different level of respect. I know, like you said before, people didn't understand what cricket was. I didn't know what cricket was until I started living in Miramar a little over 20 years ago. And we have our cricket tournaments on Saturdays and Sundays there. And so they taught me about cricket, but I had no idea. I thought soccer and football was it. So this is really great. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Sheriff. We want to wish you all the best moving forward, and we're very sure and we hope that you assume the rightful office.
Thank you.
Well, that was Dr. Barbara Sharif. We want to wish her all the best. She has the right idea in what's needed for you guys out there, and she has been working really hard, working in the trenches in an area where she's a Democrat. So it's a doubly hard task, but she's up for the task, and we want to wish her all the best. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
So after 5 at the midway stage, it's now 47 for the loss of 1. My good friend Khan is back with me. Walton is 29 and Dial is 2. How you read this?
Titans are pretty much moving along on their game plan. The average is close to between 9 and 10, I would say, and about 10.5 is needed. So with a loss of 1 wicket, it's even Stevens. If Orlando Stars don't pick up another wicket or 2 in the next couple of overs, I have a feeling that things would be pretty easy for Titans from here onwards.
Well, I think what will happen there now you're quite right in saying that once they have wickets in hand, they can go all the way. And I think that could happen. They need to keep wickets in hand. They need to keep wickets intact, stay in the game, and once wickets are in there, they can launch towards the end.
As I said, we know Titans are sticking to their game plan. Let's see what Orlando Stars have up their sleeves.
So it's going to be Ashraf, who batted very well in the semi-finals. Sean Qureshi, who normally plays for the Orlando Stars, he's crossing Ajman. He's messaging me to say that he's proud of his team, and he could be proud of Ashraf here. It's in the air. He's running like Usain Bolt, but he can't reach that one as Dial goes back for 2, looking for the overthrow, and that's 3. So that brings up the 50.
Ashraf did a good job running all the way to the middle of the ground and with a powerful throw that went on top of the keeper's head. It was very hard to stop, and that ended up costing 3 runs.
They are looking to play on the onside, but that one rushed on to him.
And Ashraf, being a left-handed bowler, is reminding me of Zishan. By the way, hi Zishan, up in Dubai is the latest word. Where you at? So, wishing you all the best. All the way from the cricket stadium, where I'm pretty sure you're missing it. You're watching us live, and I could tell that you want to be here real badly and be part of Orlando Stars.
So it's Chadwick Walton now to face. Oh, Dial is out, run out. He was backing up, that struck the boot of Ashraf. It crashed into the stumps, and Dial is run out. That's a big blow.
Absolutely. Ashraf quickness with his feet. I guess some soccer skills came into play.
Yeah, that one was struck powerfully. Well, this is the man I've been speaking about, Jesse Bhutan. If he gets off, this match could be over in 2 or 3 overs. That's the kind of player he is. He's going out there. He hits some of the biggest sixes you can see. He's from Trinidad and Tobago as well. And he's replacing Mark Dial. In this tournament, he has struck the biggest 6. He launched one that went just to the right of you.
Oh, wow.
And crashed into the stadium.
That would have been huge. I guess I've missed that shot.
Yeah, so he is going out there now, but he needs to take his time.
I do remember him playing against us. And apparently, if I remember it correctly, I was the one who stumped him. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he was stumped. Yes.
He did get out of the crease on a couple of balls. And, we do had a left-hand bowler, spinner, Muhammad Huda, which apparently bowled a great ball that skidded through. Somehow I collected it cleanly, and he had no chance to come back.
Well, once it's in your gloves, that's the end of that. Good night.
All right, let's see. Hopefully, as Vinod said, he's a power hitter. So we'll see what he has to offer today.
Yep, that's a good shot there by Walton. It goes for 4. The backspin on it sends it crashing into the boundary. That's an important 4 by Chadwick Walton.
And that came at the nice time too, when the over was going pretty good. I believe they're sticking to their game plan of scoring 8 to 9 runs and over.
Zishan Qureshi is saying that Zahir has got some funny commentary. And, he's saying that Walton and Dial is lucky that he's not here. And he wants to tell Jesse Bhutan to keep his 6s in Shukwanas, Trinidad. Because he's the big 6, the hitter of big 6s, driving. Not out, says umpire Hartley.
Once again, Zishan, hello from Broward Cricket Stadium. I remember seeing his 6s too, because I've played well along with him. He's a clean hitter of the ball. Once he hits, it stays hit. And even his ground shots, I've heard a couple of Caribbean teams say, nobody move.
Yeah, he hits them. When he hits them, they stay hit. 58 for 2. Wish he was here playing. Oh, that's a good ball. That's well inside the line. Well, Salaji, look at this. Wide. I thought that he was a bit unlucky there, Ashraf.
Agreed with you, Vinod. That seemed like the ball really edging it close, but
then again, those lines, they're not legal lines, as I always say. They are guidelines. just to guide the umpire. At the end of the day, it's all the umpire's decision. Walton is back, punches it away. They should come back for 2. Yeah, they do that now.
Yeah.
Good batting by the Jamaican.
And that's the end of over number 6. Titans have posted a total of 61 for 2. As said earlier, they're pretty much sticking to the game plan of averaging about 9 to 10 runs in an over, and they are very successful in doing so.
Yeah, so Bhutan is the man in there now with Walton, and once they can stay in the game, which means keep it around 10, 11 required and over, with wickets in hand, I think they can go all the way. Titans are 61 for 2 after 6, 4 overs to go. And Jesse Bhutan is in there with Chadwick Walton. Bhutan, who plays for Queen's Park Cricket Club back in Trinidad. The Dream 11 T10 series in Trinidad. He dominated. He finished that series with a strike rate of 325. Imagine that, a strike rate of 325 over an entire tournament. He's a big man. He's a strong man. You can look at him and see that. So it's going to be Cheyenne to bowl to him. He was struck for a massive 6 early on by Walton.
Well, going by the record, that's a hell of a strike rate, especially for a T10 game. That's exactly what you needed.
It was the Dream 11 T10 in Trinidad and Tobago, a tournament that included Sunil Ryan and Karen Pollard and the likes.
Oh, wow. Sounds exciting. If he sticks to that kind of a strike rate, I believe Titans will be winning that game ahead and over or 2.
Yeah, but if they can get him, that'll be a different story.
If that will be the case, Orlando Stars will have an upper hand.
So he misses that one. And there goes good old Salachi. Takes his time to signal those wides. Makes all types of contortions with his hands. And then he delivers the wide.
Does remind me of an international umpire.
Yeah, Billy Bowden out of New Zealand.
Absolutely. Here we go.
Yeah, here he comes. He's directing an orchestra. Wide. Shian Ahmed went for 16 in his first over.
Cheyenne needs to hold up his line and length, or needs some sort of an alignment at the moment.
This is good running by Bhutan and Walton. They're fit cricketers. Cheyenne has the right idea, look to bowl it wide, full and wide. But he just needs to come a little bit closer to the batsman.
We do see the swing with the slingy action, but he has to hold up his line and length.
Look at this. That's gone. In the air. He could be out. Yes, he is. So Bhutan falls to Cheyenne, and that's a big blow. Jesse Bhutan not getting off. It made the height, but not the distance, and he's gone.
Once the ball left the bat, seems like this was going out of the ground, but apparently the wind has held the ball on because he has hit that shot against the wind. As we could see the breeze blowing across. The fielder from Orlando Stars did a good job holding on to the catch.
So Williams is going to replace him now. Early on, Williams walked out, and then they ended up sending Dial. They then sent Bhutan after Dial, and now Williams is going out there. And it's all up to Chadwick Walton now. Nervous times for the Titan boys. They've lost their third wicket.
Amari Williams is a local lad who has been in a good form lately in the season, has struck good sixes, as I've seen latest in the night cricket on Saturday night. Had played very well, hit some huge sixes. So he is in form. Let's see what Orlando Stars have in place for him, if they have a game plan against him or not. William goes for a big heave, and the ball stayed low, and Miss hits it all the way to the keeper. Actually, probably didn't even touch the ball, seems like. So Cheyenne is finding his length. Let's see if he can complete the over without being hit for a boundary or not.
Oh, a big swing and a miss, and that one skidded through. You don't want to say it kept low. So the wicket is not conducive for stroke play.
Yep. You have to be ready and be mindful of the bounce and play your shots accordingly. But T10 is a version where the mind and the hand coordination doesn't get along, especially if you have a couple of dot balls, because you're only facing about 60 balls and missing 2.
This time he's gone leg before, so Cheyenne strikes twice in 1 over to really rock the Titans. They are 65 for 4.
Cheyenne pretty much started off with wides and now has held off his line pretty good and getting 2 key wickets. Let's see who walks in next for Titans. I believe the game is even Stevens. What are your inputs, Vinod?
Yeah, well, it depends a lot on Chadwick Walton. And I think Orlando Stars looking to just put it back. Riyad Emirates is going to go out there now, and he is another one with tremendous experience. He's an all-rounder. He has a first-class century for Trinidad and Tobago, so he could bat.
So all the folks there who are watching and listening, we are having a great game of cricket, T10, at the Broward County Stadium. And after this will be the second semifinal, which looks exciting too, between Samp Army and Virgin Island 11, if I believe
Yes.
I've said that.
USVI.
Here we go. Hoping the viewers are enjoying us live on MAQ TV. Cheyenne has one more ball to go in this over, and this will bring an end to 7 overs. Emirates is the man that walked in, seems like.
Yeah, that's Emirates. Yeah, Emirates is pretty decent with the bat, so he's the captain of this team. He'll want to guide his team home. Let's see if Cheyenne has other ideas.
Yes, I've seen him hit some long sixes along the line, so that was a good tickle towards the leg side and set off for a quick single. And by this, that brings us to the end of 7 overs.
So
Titans are 66 for 4.
But it's 39 of 18, so I would tend to think that the Orlando Stars are slightly ahead.
Seems like the 8th over will be crucial, because now that the average run rate is growing, I believe it's, up to 13 runs and over. So let's see who will be bowling the last 3 overs. Seems like Rana Adil has the ball in his hand. Let's see if he can do any magic like Cheyenne did.
Well, they're going to get pace on the ball with him. single. In fact, they go back for 2. So Emirates gets a double. He doubles up. So let's see. 13 required and over.
Yep, these are not the doubles from the roadie shop. These are real doubles being ran by Emirates.
So it's going to be Adil to continue.
So Rana Adil comes up on his start. He's been pretty quick. Amrit goes for the swing. Seems like a double is on cards. The ball. Oh, wow. A lightning throw came in. And
a lot depends on Chadwick Walton here. He's a proper batsman. He's on 39 of 25. And Emirates could hit some really big sixes too. So this pair, a lot depending on them. If they can get one big over, they could bring things back to manageable proportions.
Agree with you, Vinod. I remember Walton hitting in our game pretty huge sixes towards the cow corner. And I've seen Emirates hitting some nice ones too.
So what they're doing is they're just staying in the game. That is what they're doing here. Not trying anything too silly just yet.
And Rana Adil is holding on his line pretty well too.
These two, they're very experienced campaigners. $70 for 4. Whipped away. They're taking 2.
So it's 7.4 overs. Titans are 72 for 4 wickets down. Rana Adil has 2 more balls to go in his over.
Well, Mark Qureishi's in the press box with us here, and he's saying if Sean Qureishi was out there, this game would be over. Well, we'll wait to see.
I believe him so, you know, because I've seen Sean struck some sixes, and those are not sixes. It stays a hit when he hits.
Yeah, this goes down to the boundary. Let's wait on umpire. Here he comes. Here he is. He's leading an orchestra. That's a wide. Mark is saying Zishan would have destroyed that attack. Zishan, who is listening to this commentary right now across in Dubai. Yeah. So at the moment, it's 75 for 4. This is the 8th over in progress. Is Adil again striking him on the pad. That's good bowling. Looking to ensure that Emirates has no room to play his shots. That's a leg by. 76 for 4. So what Rana Adil has done well here is that he has not given them any room to play big shots.
One more ball to go. Let's see what Walton has in his plans. To keep it to a single or a double, or does he plan to score a boundary off him?
Well, Walton plays back along the track. All he had to do was to break his wrist there and get it behind square. He could have gotten a single. Unbelievable shot there by Chadwick Walton at this point. So with 2 overs to go, 30 runs required. Is it a 29? 29.
Agreed with you. We know it seems like it's 29 in 2 overs.
These two will have to go absolutely berserk to win this now.
Faizan, another medium pacer, seems like have held on to the ball and will be bowling over number 9.
So you'll have to be careful. This is the over they're going to charge.
Titans do have fell behind the run rate. There are 12 more balls to go, 29 runs to score. A message did come in. So let's see what Emmerich and Walton, do they stick to the plan or not? And let's see what Faizan has up his sleeves.
But if they are to win this year, the spectators here are guaranteed tremendous entertainment. Naveed Ahmed is tying his boot laces. One wonders if he's remaking the entire shoe. He has been down there for quite a while.
I think that's a nice way of taking a breather before you come and bowl 6 balls.
Yeah, it's really hot out there.
Yeah, conditions are hot and humid. I believe the temperature is in somewhere around mid-80s. And that's South Florida for you.
Wow. You're entering your summer period now?
Sorry, Renee, I didn't hear that.
I say you're entering your summer period?
Absolutely. And guess what that brings?
Oh, this one, the ball keeping low and again skidding on, not coming up. Given the length of pitch, one would have thought that it would have bounced more in order to play that shot. And you were saying, Zahir?
What I was pretty much, it's hurricane season too. About that's about to go up all the way from June onwards till October. I hope nothing comes our way.
It's always.
But you don't know if nature plans.
Yeah.
By the way, that last ball was very close to the stumps.
There's Ahmed again. Walter not getting hold of it. Sorry, Emmerich. They're going to come back for 2. $27 to get.
Emmerich taking a breather. As we just talked about conditions, hot and humid out there. But the weather is perfect for cricket. Hopefully no rain in the plans for the rest of the day, we know.
I don't think so. Whatever little clouds there are, they're very high and the wind is up. Emmerich beaten.
Well, we had a fair share of rain a couple of days back, and hopefully that is it. I am looking forward to the second semifinal and then the finals. The game is getting interesting here. A swing and a miss. The keeper was not able to hold on, and these guys ran for a quick bye. Naveed is doing a good job from Orlando Stars, keeping the runs to the minimum. Another 3 balls to go from him. Walton on strike. And things are getting interesting here, folks, on the field.
Well. It's all happening out there.
Yep, keeper got too excited. Couldn't hold on to the ball. That would have been a close run out, seems like. If the ball was held on, and seems like they did run for 3 runs.
Well, 23 required. 2 balls to go in this over. Need to get a boundary here to stay in the game.
Naveed is having cramps. Seems like physio is working on him. Watch out, this team skipper. So Naveed is back on his run-up. 2 balls to go. Amrit on strike. And a slide misfield.
Yeah, so they're back for 2 quickly. $21 required. The umpires they really need to take charge of the game here now. This is time wasting more than anything else. Umpire Salaji, his back was turned from what was going on. That's gone! Into Orlando. 6 runs.
What a hit that was from Amrit.
15 to get in the final over. That'll be exciting.
Game is on, folks. Be tuned. So the target for Titans is 105. They have a good partnership going on of 25 runs between Walton and Amrit. Let's see who bowls the last over from Orlando Stars. So 15 required in the last over. 6 balls, 15 runs. Let's see. How does the game end up? I'm looking forward to another semifinal, exciting semifinal. The first one has turned out to be pretty charming. Ashraf has come back to bowl the last over from Orlando Stars. Walton comes forward and they were pretty quick to take 2 runs of the first ball of the last over.
So it's 13 of 5. Let me hear your predictions here.
I have a feeling Titans got this. But here's the change of prediction. If a boundary is not scored over the next 2-3 balls, then I see some trouble.
That's good bowling. They take 1. They're going to head back for 2. Throw is not that strong. 11 of 4. A big 6 here could change things.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, doubles won't do much. There are plenty of doubles at the Joy Roti shop. So we need to see a boundary here for Titans to bring it home. But Ashraf has been doing a great job, by the way, bowling to Walton.
I think
tight spots.
I think that the heat is really affecting the players. I'm getting that impression.
That is true. You could see the body language of the fielders and the batsmen.
Not getting hold of this. They take one. They're going to go back again for two. 9 of 3.
As I said, we know the boundary is needed. Walton is having a hard time coming underneath the ball.
Yeah, he's not getting the opportunity to get under it. He's trying to use his feet. And he's making those deliveries into well-pitched up deliveries. He should try staying back and see what happens. Give credit to Usman Ashraf. He's bowled well.
Well, he has held on to his line pretty good.
But
what a shot.
That's the shot. That's the release shot. 6 runs. Over. Extra cover. And the Jamaican raises his half century.
Brilliantly played. Over extra cover.
3 required of 2. I wonder if Zishan Qureshi is worried. He's looking on. He's at the edge of his seat in Dubai, looking on. He must be a worried man. He and Devo Mongal.
I could see him biting his nails at the moment.
Well, he has been messaging. I'm not getting any more messages from him. I wonder if he fell asleep.
I know Dubai is pretty much 7 hours ahead of us. So it's probably 11.
He's saying to me that people are saying Orlando are street cricketers. So they're going to beat these professionals. He's also saying that Walton got to step up. Well, Walton did step up with the last ball, Mr. Zishan. 2 deliveries to go. You think we'll get a super over?
That would be nice. But the way Walton has struck that 6 is making me rethink of even having a super over on card. Walton and Emirath have done a superb job in running between wickets.
3 runs required. And if they can get 2 singles, we're into the super over.
I've barely seen a single, in the last couple of overs.
I think that they're going to come back for 2. They may even push for 3 here, and they should. This is going very close to the boundary, and I think that's the victory for Titans. 15 runs in the final over. It goes into the boundary for 4, and the West Indian pair, I must say this, Zahir, the West Indian pair of Riyad Emirath and Chadwick Walton has brought it home.
What a great win, guys. Just 1 ball to go. These guys knew what they were doing. That was a great game of cricket being played at the Broward County Stadium.
But Zishan did make a very good point, saying that these guys in Orlando, they're seen as street cricketers, weekend cricketers, and they really pose a serious challenge to these guys who are professionals.
Absolutely. Taking the game all the way to the last ball, we do give credit to Orlando Stars. They hung up pretty much most of the game.
Well, Zahir, I think we should check on the health of Zishan Qureshi. Hope he's okay. He's going to take this very hard.
Hopefully he's able to sleep tonight.
Well, I'm not seeing any more message coming through.
Maybe it's bedtime there, Vinod.
We will message him. So that's it. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back for semi-final number 2.
All right, folks. Stay tuned for semi-final number 2 between Samp Army and Virgin Island 11.